coloring, potassium iodide, and hydrogen peroxide. Now, the chances of you having potassium iodide crystals in your house right now are kind of slim to none, but you can use yeast. In fact, yeast is a great substitute for this in your elephant toothpaste. So let's get started. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to mix some of these iodide crystals with some water to create our solution. Okay, as you can see, when you put potassium iodide in water, it actually turns it yellow, which will change the color of our elephant toothpaste as well. Just going to swirl it until I see it's all dissolved. Okay. Alright, so the very first thing that we want to put into our science flask here is our dish soap. So I'm going to squeeze just a little bit in here. There we go. And now I'm going to choose a color. I think I will go with blue for this first one. And I'm just going to put a few drops into the soap. Now I'm going to give this a little swirl. There we go. That is a cool blue right there. So now I'm going to take my potassium iodide in water, and I'm going to go ahead and put that mixture into the flask. Now, this is going to get messy, so make sure that you have an adult or someone who can help you with this experiment. Make sure you don't get anything on your clothes because it could stain your clothes since we are working with food coloring once again. And make sure that you're ready to clean up because the scientist that makes the mess is the scientist that cleans it up. So, we're going to give it another swirl, make sure everything's mixed really well. It's time for the fun part. We are going to add our hydrogen peroxide. Now here's the science behind this. When you use hydrogen peroxide, maybe when you scrape your hand or something and you're bleeding, a lot of times we see our moms or our dads or our staff members put hydrogen peroxide on there to clean it up. And you notice that there's all those little bubbles that are fizzing. It's called oxygenating, and those bubbles are helping kill the bacteria and add oxygen. So when we put this hydrogen peroxide, that's exactly what it's going to do. It's going to start putting tons of oxygen in this, and since we have soap, it's going to make a bubbly, fun surprise. So, no more talking, let's do the experiment. Here we go. As you can see, it started to change green. It smells very interesting right now. I know you can't smell it through the camera, but definitely smells. I'm going to give it just a little bit of a swirl right there. Let's wait. As you can see, the bubbles are starting to come over. It's going to make a huge mess. And if you look down here, you can see all the oxygen that's pushing these bubbles up and making this foam. And this is going to go on for a while.
Yeah, it went all over my counter and then onto the floor. Parents, please put a cookie sheet under the bottle before you start this experiment.
I warned you, this is a total mess, but it's so fun. Now parents, some of you are going, why on earth would we do this at home? I do want to make a disclaimer. The hydrogen peroxide that I was using is actually 40 volume hydrogen peroxide that I got from a beauty store. I wanted the big surprise. It's probably not something you have. And 3% hydrogen peroxide is just as good as anything else. So you can do this. It will do the fizz, but it won't make so much foam and be all over your cabinet. So don't worry, this is just for fun. The experiment that you do with 3% hydrogen peroxide and yeast will be a fun, bubbly mixture, but definitely not as crazy as this.
Hey friends! Thanks for watching Discovery Squad, brought to you by the ARC of Sedgwick County. The ARC has tons of programs and resources to serve those with intellectual and developmental disabilities. For more information, visit our website at www.arc-sedgwickcounty.org or check us out on our Facebook or Instagram by clicking the link in the description below. If you like watching our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell to get notifications every time we upload a new episode. See you next time!